Okay, you guys, now in this video, I'm gonna be demonstrating how to do a mid fade with a comb over. Now, before you start a comb over, you always want to make sure you wet down the hair so that way you can actually see where the cowlick goes, and you can actually see where you can have a perfect line, so that way it'll be much easier for you to do the hard part. Okay, so after wetting my client's hair, I grabbed my favorite, these are my go-to, these are the ones I normally balled out with. These are the wall detailers, they're cordless of course, and to create my first guideline all the way around and making sure everything comes out nice and even. The next step, what I did, I grabbed my shavers, and the only reason why I'm using my shavers is because I want to give this fade an extra look, so that way it can really start from balding all the way to whatever number is on the side. But balding out your client, guys, it's a huge difference on any fade you do. So as you can see, guys, I am giving myself at least like a quarter of an inch from the first guideline that I created. That way I can come back and use my my trimmers that are actually gapped and get rid of this balding line. Okay, so now I'm using my 1/8 guard with an open lever. So now I'm gonna go ahead and create a second guideline. Now the only reason why I like to start off with this is because it makes it so much easier for me to do the clipboard with comb. Another reason is because it's so easy to fade into the 1/8. So as you can see, guys, I'm creating my second guideline. the next step, I grab my 1/16 guard with the lever all the way closed to create another guideline. after creating that previous guideline, now I have my lever all the way open, and pretty much what I'm gonna do is blend into the 1/8 guard. So keep in mind, guys, that I am closing the lever little by little, trying to get rid of this guideline. So after finishing the previous step, guys, now I have my lever all the way open. Now I'm gonna be focusing on the bottom line, the one I just pointed at. Now just keep in mind, guys, it's the same routine just by closing the lever little by little. So now I have my clipper and my comb, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take out some of this bulk and trying to fade out as much as I can. Okay guys, so as you can see, I did left out with a little line, the one I'm just pointing at. Now don't be afraid. Sometimes when it comes to doing a clip over comb, there's gonna be times where you do leave a heavy line. So as you can see, guys, I'm using my 1/8 guard, and you're gonna see how the way I'm starting to fade out this guideline, just by messing with the lever, closing it little by little, and using the corners. And like I said, guys, don't be afraid to come back and do a detail work. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start up his lineup by using my Endless Slim Light Pro Li. So pretty much what I'm doing is trying to, you know, clean up as much as I can by not really pushing my client back, but just trying to get rid of his baby hairs. When it comes down to doing the hard part, you always want to make sure you separate the long hair from the short hair, and making sure you get every long hair out of the way, every short hair out of the way, so that way you can create a nice line, and that way it will make it much easier to create this hard part. So my client did ask me to bring down some hair from the top. So now I'm going to go ahead and wet my client's hair. And I am going to start my first guideline from the front. And like I said, guys, you always want to make sure when it gets down to, like, you know, cutting the top with the shears, you always want to make sure you face your client facing the mirror, so that way you can give them an example of like how much you're going to be taking off. And, you know, like I said, guys, I am going to start my first guideline from the front, working myself going back. If you ever wonder how to blow dry and to get an extra volume, you always want to make sure, it don't matter what kind of hair serum you have, but I do prefer to use the Elegance. Just smells really good, and you know, it's really helpful by, you know, when it comes down to doing the blow dryer. But you always want to make sure, you know, you apply some so that way you can get that extra volume. So this is the final look, a mid fade with a comb over in the hard part. If you feel like you learned anything new from this tutorial, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and also hit that subscribe button. And I also want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch my tutorial. Alright you guys, till next time.